I've met you, and you're filled with anxiety and fear, yet you refuse to consider a way out. Welcome to the video. Before I begin today's topic, I just wanted to let you know that this is part of a series called I've Met You. My goal is to address some of the thinking that I've heard from friends and acquaintances. So let's chat. There isn't a person on the planet who hasn't experienced worry and anxiety. Most people are anxious about finances, the possibility of wars, the planet, the government, whatever. There are many things. And sometimes our anxieties can become so intense that they dominate our lives. It seems like we're constantly thinking about these things. Anxiety and worry can negatively affect our health by way of migraines, ulcers, indigestion, high blood pressure, loss of sleep, and even panic attacks. Mentally, it hinders our ability to focus on the more important things, and relationally, it can do damage to the ones we love by making us very difficult people to live with. What's the typical tactics employed to battle anxiety? Well, we can create barriers to shield us from the things that make us anxious. We prep ourselves for the worst case outcomes. And maybe we flood our minds with more information, hoping it will reveal a way out. And when those things don't work, when we realize that the thing we're anxious about is just too big, or that you have no way to control it, we may turn to things that will make our minds numb, at least for a while, like constant entertainment, drugs, alcohol, or nonstop gaming. But understand this. Anxiety is not something that comes to you from outside of yourself. No, it's an inside job. Anxiety reveals what is in your heart, what you value, what you love, how you think about yourself in this life. So far, you probably have agreed with everything that I've said, but now comes the kicker. Are you willing to consider a way to conquer your anxieties and fears that you've never considered before? Or maybe wondered about, but decided not to learn more? Are you going to be that guy that I've met that is filled with anxiety and fear, yet refused to consider a way out? There is a way out, and I'm talking about God. What does He have to say about anxiety and fear, and what is the experience of those who trust Him? I'm going to read one song from the Bible. In the Bible, it's called Psalms. But one song, or psalm, written by a man who lost his place in society, lost his reputation, and was in the process of possibly losing his life. All he had going for him was God. There's a lot here, and some of you may not understand all of it, but I think you're going to get the gist. So hang in there, and let me read this to you. In you, O Lord, do I take refuge. Let me never be put to shame. In your righteousness, deliver me. Incline your ear to me. Rescue me speedily. Be a rock of refuge for me, a strong fortress to save me. For you are my rock and my fortress, and for your name's sake you lead me and guide me. You take me out of the net that they have hidden from me, for you are my refuge. Into your hand I commit my spirit. You have redeemed me, O Lord, faithful God. I hate those who pay regard to worthless idols, but I trust in the Lord. I will rejoice and be glad in your steadfast love, because you have seen my affliction. You have known the distress of my soul, and you have not delivered me into the hand of the enemy. You have set my feet in a broad place. Be gracious to me, O Lord, for I am in distress. My eye is wasted from grief, my soul and my body also. For my life is spent with sorrow, and my years with sighing. My strength fails because of my iniquity, and my bones waste away. Because of all of my adversaries, I have become a reproach, especially to my neighbors, and an object of dread to my acquaintances. Those who see me in the street go the other way. I have been forgotten like the one who is dead. I have become like a broken vessel. For I hear the whispering of many, terror on every side, as they scheme together against me, as they plot to take my life. But I trust in you, O Lord. I say, you are my God. My times are in your hand. Rescue me from the hand of my enemies and from my persecutors. Make your face shine on your servant. Save me in your steadfast love. O Lord, let me not be put to shame, for I call upon you. Let the wicked be put to shame. Let them go silently to Sheol. Let the lying lips be mute, which speak insolently against the righteous in pride and contempt. Oh, how abundant is your goodness, which you have stored up for those who fear you, and worked for those who take refuge in you, in the sight of the children of mankind. In the cover of your presence, you hide them from the plots of men. You store them in your shelter from the strife of tongues. Blessed be the Lord, for he has wondrously shown his steadfast love to me when I was in a besieged city. I had said in my alarm, I am cut off from your sight. But you heard the voice of my pleas for mercy when I cried to you for help. Love the Lord, all you his saints. The Lord preserves the faithful, but abundantly repays the one who acts in pride. Be strong, and let your heart take courage, all of you who wait on the Lord. That's from Psalm 31. And that's a lot. And that's all I'm going to say here. If you'd like to take another step and think more deeply about your anxieties and fears, you can make a comment on the video and I'll respond. Thanks for listening. And by the way, these videos are for people who are not and who are Christians. If you're not a Christian, I hope you'll give this content some thought. And if you are a Christian, you may want to pass this on to somebody you care about, somebody with anxiety and fear, somebody who needs a way out. Thanks very much for listening, and I hope to see you next time.